Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm Tommy, and today I'm joined by Eric.
Hello.
We're back for some more Santa Barbara. Today we're going to be discussing 6 episodes, episodes 84 to 89. So I'll roll the credits and we'll get right into it. Okay, so Mason and Santana were at her house, and they were getting a little intimate. They both kind of confessed to each other that they're awkward. I can't get a good read on Santana and how she actually feels about Mason because I feel like she's using him, but sometimes I feel like she actually likes him.
I know I can't either, but I felt the same way with Cece. So I felt the same. I don't
Yeah,
know. She said that she thinks she loves him. I'm like, well, how don't she know?
I know when she said that, I was like, "Yeah? Are you sure?" I
Yeah, I felt
was
the
like, 'cause in the
same.
beginning when he was, like, stalking you, you were like, "Get away from me, you're gross."
Right. I don't know. I don't know how she feels. She's leaving
Um,
soon, right? I feel like she's not leaving soon enough.
don't say that, I'm gonna miss her.
I mean,
I think she's leaving around episode 100, so yeah, I think she's leaving soon.
the story is kind of weak for me for her, so I'm over it.
So did they sleep together? Because
I
like, she
don't
was
think
unbuttoning his shirt, they were kissing, and I'm like, "Are we doing this?"
No, because she said that she said not yet or she's not ready or something. And he's like,
Oh,
"Oh, it's gonna be hard not to make love or whatever."
okay, I must have dozed when that happened.
Yeah, he did
Um,
it.
so Mason goes to see Peter and threatens to hold him responsible for the murder of Channing.
Peter was so dumb in these scenes. I'm like, you're in a bed and you could die any second, and you're threatening Mason from bed. I'm like, you're an idiot.
It was a little weird. In prior episodes, I could get it because he was kind of out of it. He was drugged up. He was dying.
Right.
Like, but
Right.
here he knew what was going on.
Yeah. He's like, I saw everything in the past, like when he what died, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like he can kill you. He can put a pillow over your head and kill you. Nobody's around. Like,
So he kind of turns it on him and says that Cece will basically cut him out of the will if he finds out that you knew about that Joe was innocent.
yeah.
Um,
Why does he need Peter alive? That's what I was confused about. He doesn't, right?
I don't know. I really don't know. He was like spying on Gina, remember through that secret
Yeah.
class window thing episodes ago. I know you hate it when I bring this up, but when they had the scenes with Gina and her sister at the Capel house, I did notice that the fountain was not running.
You need to bring up the fountain.
It was so much quieter. Ugh, Mr. Bottoms kind of follows through with his plan for reserving the room at the hotel,
Yeah. That was kind of funny. I liked it.
but Jade made a mistake and she like rented the same room to a call girl.
Yeah.
I can't remember. This wasn't the same call girl that Danny went out with when he was like, "She's not a call girl. She actually likes me."
I don't think so. If it was, I kind of forget because it's been a
Right. I don't
while.
remember what she looked like.
I like this lady though. She seemed like good. She seemed like a good actress.
Kelly and Mason have a heated discussion at the hospital. She tells
Yeah,
him that she hates him.
she pissed.
You still love Kelly?
She's a great actress. Like she's so committed.
Yeah, yeah.
And she told him off, and I was feeling her. I was like, "Yeah, girl, get him." She was pissed. She didn't want to call the cops. Like you knew all the time. She's like, he's like, "But what about Peter? He did this, and he tried to kill Joe, and all this stuff." And she's like, "Yeah, but you're the worst because you knew the whole time." And I was like, "Damn." She was going at him. She was mad. I guess because it's her brother, so she's more betrayed.
Yeah.
Family,
Um,
and you
so
see it.
Augusta fears that Warren is currently wanted by the police. So she dressed as a doctor. This is such a Vivian move. And she visits Peter at the hospital to ask him what he knows about the murder of Channing. Um, Lionel accepts a call from Dominic, who arranges to meet her, at Sophia's grave.
I thought we were done with that, but I guess not.
Yeah, so did I. I thought we were gonna move on to just, like, the woman in black with a veil.
Right, right. Nope.
Um, before, Dominic arrives, he searches for the gold coins, which he had buried there. Um,
These coins.
but Dominic has them in his possession. A policeman is looking for the call girl and surprises Mr. Bottoms in the room
Yeah,
with the call girl.
yeah.
Um, Ted kinda, like, saves
Yeah,
him by
so I think it was uh yeah, they save Mr. Bottoms, but I guess they arrest the call girl, so I guess she's done. I'm like, is this hotel business done? I'm confused by this.
Yeah, this is a flop for me too, so I these teen storylines, I just can't.
I don't mind it, but it's very I don't know. It's just it feels like it's uneven. Like it's not like I don't know. It's like they're on, they're not for a while. You forget about them, then they're back. Like it's just I don't know.
Hmm.
It could be good, but it's not great right now.
Cece accuses Santana of seeing Mason, only to get closer to Brandon. Um,
This CC, so I thought the other two C. It's not that this CC isn't good. I just feel like he just seems like a nice guy. like
a nice guy
like
trying to play bad.
yeah, like he doesn't seem that bad to me. He's starting to be a little bit bad, but like he just I don't know, he just seems like a really nice guy in real life. And I'm like I just don't I'm not buying him as like CC, even though the last two I thought were really good as like kind of the villain. But I don't know. He seems like cool.
So I have a couple of trivia, I guess you can say, notes about episode 85. Episode 85 is the last appearance of Mr. Bottoms, thank God. Um, and we will see the call girl played by another actress in episode 184.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting. We'll see her again.
I guess.
Wait, by the way, with I wanted to point out with the hooker or the call girl, whatever, they played Tina Turner, Private Dancer.
Yeah.
I'm your private dancer. I was like, yeah, girl, Tina.
So yeah, so Joe is officially exonerated finally.
Yeah.
Um, Cece is questioned by journalists, and he announces publicly that Joe is innocent. He
Which
goes, he
and you're
goes,
thinking like, and you're thinking he's like on their side now, but he's not.
who's Cece?
Yeah, that's when I started seeing like the villain come out again because he's like, yeah, I'm still not. Joe won't be with my daughter, and I was like, oh, I didn't
Well,
know that was still a thing.
well, now it's probably like a class thing because they're like lower middle class.
Yeah, I guess.
um,
I thought that was the whole reason before that was he thought he killed Channing,
yeah.
but it's not.
Um, he goes as far as offering Joe a job and money, but Joe refuses. Um, Brick tries to like entertain Amy. She
um,
mentions
felt bad for her.
she mentions her father briefly, and she kind of has like a, oh, and then she's like, okay, I'm fine. Like everybody in that family just looks so happy. Your father just died, like literally this month. I didn't see a funeral. Do you even care that your dad
Right.
said?
They don't even like talk about the earthquake. I feel like in these episodes,
I know everything looks put back together already. So Amy found out she was pregnant
2.5 months apparently.
from her boss that she was sleeping with, I guess. That she was in a relationship with when she first arrived? Or
Well, I
yeah.
don't know because she was still with her husband too, right?
Amy?
I thought she slept with her boss because of or she wasn't married.
No,
Wasn't she married to an abusive person? I don't know. I'm confused.
I don't think so. I don't remember that detail.
I thought she was. I don't know. I thought she was married to an abusive man and she cheated with her boss. I don't know. Maybe I'm making it up because it sounds better.
No, I don't think that happened.
Okay.
I think maybe I could be making this detail up. I think that she has a habit of getting involved with men who have wives,
Oh, okay.
but I could be making that up also to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
Brick accepts a proposal from Minx to manage the family affairs. Mason disconnects the drip, which keeps Peter alive.
Mhm.
And
That's what I was talking about because Peter keeps pushing him.
uh-huh.
So I think, I forget what he did. He like fell on his bed or something, or I don't know, and then like undid it and didn't say anything.
I
I
don't know.
don't, I don't think he was trying to kill him. I think he was just trying to threaten him.
Mhm.
But then it just happened where Peter just went out.
But then he, like, physically attacked him.
And
Or
Kelly
like,
already
Mason, like, physically attacked Peter.
right while Peter's in bed, which I was like, damn. But Peter deserved it because he's been an idiot.
Right. I have to say, I never actually thought I would say this. Mason has been the most interesting for me in this set of episodes.
I kind of agree, I guess. As annoying as he was kind of interesting too.
Which
Yeah,
actually gives me hope for later, like, way, way, way down the road, 'cause with his, popular pairing with Nancy Lee Grahn, that
right.
I might actually like them.
I thought this would change Peter after he died, but it made him worse, if anything. I was like, I thought he'd be like redeemable now.
Yeah, so
Mm.
that was episode 86, and apparently this is the last time we're gonna see Joe Perkins until episode 101.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wonder why.
because maybe they were feeling like I was, that he's not Joe. So
I
they were,
think
like,
he's
showing him
fine.
less.
I think he's fine as Joe.
I don't know, he's just not landing for me.
I mean, I didn't think the other Joe was that great anyway, so and I wasn't into him and Kelly, so
So Augusta, of all people, tries to persuade Brick not to leave town.
yeah.
At this point, Mason is getting ready to record Peter's confession on tape, but he slips into a coma.
Yep.
Did he slip into a coma because of what Mason did with the
Yeah. Yeah, he needed that drip or I mean, I don't he didn't put it back after he passed out, right? I didn't remember that.
No, I feel like he undid it and walked out.
Okay. See, he undid it, he threatened them, and then Peter started being like, "I need that drip," and then he couldn't reach it, and then I guess he walked out after that.
Right. Um, Santana confides in Cece that she has real feelings for Mason, and he refuses to believe her.
We might not believe her either, so.
Ma-
We feel you, Cece.
Mason refuses to talk with Kelly, and she decides to announce her father Peter's revelations concerning Mason.
Yep, and he's pissed down too.
Hmm. And he's very reactionary.
Yeah.
He made a lot of shit happen.
Oh, and then Gina, it looks like, wants to get Cece now. She's like, I want a new daddy or something for her boy.
Right.
So I guess she is a money grabber.
Yeah, but the way this actor played, I think this actress is very theatrical. She
Broadway.
doesn't come off vindictive. She just her face. I don't know. She has a nice face. She looks like a nice
Yeah.
old lady.
Yeah, she does seem like a nice lady too. That's like I felt like that too, and I was like, oh, okay, so she is going to use this man for money. So okay, so I guess she's mean.
I was trying to picture Robin Matson playing her.
She coming soon, right? I think.
I don't know. I think 85, maybe 86. I'm not sure.
I think 85. I thought we were in 85, but yeah, I'm pretty sure she comes in 85.
Okay. Um,
So soon.
Jade discovers Amy is pregnant.
Yeah. I
Uh,
like their scenes.
Kelly tells Ted that Warren is not considered a suspect in the murder of Channing anymore. Ted then goes to the Lockridge mansion and apologizes to Warren, which pleases Lakin, his little girlfriend.
Yeah.
In Channing Jr.'s office, Mason tells Cece that his brother was a distasteful and manipulative. Wow, I can't say the word. It's too early. I
Manipulative.
can't like wrap my lips around the word. Manipulative person, which pisses
Yeah.
Cece off. He was like, he was great. He was the best person ever.
Yeah.
Um, when he compares him to Hitler, Cece like springs up, um, and threatens Mason with a gun.
Yeah.
"Don't you talk about my baby," like that. Mason ends up leaving. Um,
I liked the Eden that we didn't touch on Eden and what's his name? Cruz with the boy.
I really like that little boy. Also,
I did
Eden's been wearing
too.
that damn sweater for like 15 episodes.
I wanted them to like I wish the boy's parents went missing and they kind of had to keep this kid. I thought it would have been kind of fun for a storyline. But they find them and the kid goes home.
Yeah, he was a good actor.
Yeah, he was good. He was cute. He was playing with Brandon too. He was a little buddy for Brandon. Even
Right.
Eden was sad once they found the parents. I think she kind of wanted them. She was like,
Yeah, I wanna keep him.
she was like happy for him, but at the same time, she looked like sad. And I was like, oh, she wants this child.
Oh, so this is when Mason go in the office, finds the last will and testament, and he
Mhm.
sees that he's still giving Mason money, but he's only giving him $10,000, and the last fourth of the money is all going to Brandon.
Yeah.
So this is, like, confusing to Mason because he's like, "Why this kid?" He doesn't know that that's Channing's son or Santana's.
Coming
Um,
soon.
during a discussion with Cruz, Santana understands that Gina is staying in Santa Barbara only for the purpose of marrying Cece. Um,
I like that she was saying like she didn't want to like Gina. She's like I should hate her, but I actually like her. It's hard to hate someone that's nice to you. Because I think he said something like, "Oh, wasn't she so nice to you?" Or I thought you liked her,
hmm,
but she does like her. So she wanted to like hate her child's mom, I guess, to like
yeah.
try to steal him back.
Lionel asks Veronica to spy on Eden, which is her new
Yeah,
boss.
I was gonna say Veronica's back.
Yeah.
You were asking about her the last batch. You're like, where'd Veronica go?
um, Mason calls Dr. Ramirez, who had taken care of the adoption for Brandon, and this is how he learns that, excuse me, that Santana is the biological mother.
Hmm.
So when we were hearing that voice, I was like flashing back in my own head to the beginning of the series. I guess that was in Acapulco. Remember when she went to Acapulco to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
see what she could find out about the adoption?
yeah.
Um, yeah, that doctor just like let it slip. He's like, I don't want to deal with Santana Andrade. And Mason was like, I'm sorry, who did you say?
Right. Mhm. Yep.
So that was a cool revelation.
Yeah, that
Um, Looking at the air dates, that was a Friday cliffhanger actually, and
oh, really?
that actually concludes November. That was November 30th, 1984. So we have one more month left of 1984.
Yeah, come a long way.
A little note for episode 89 is this is the first appearance of Veronica since episode 63.
Oh, okay.
I have a note. Summer tells Warren that her two parents died, but her mother arrives in episode 1344, which contradicts this.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's like over 1,300 episodes away, so they probably forgot that they
We
wrote
we
that.
got some time. We'll forget by then.
Right.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Summer. Like, I feel like some things. That's why I always feel like these things are uneven because like Summer just disappeared for a while, and now so all of a sudden she's back. I'm like, oh right, that girl.
Well, most of her story is like rolled into Warren, and Warren was kind of dealing with the coins and Ted,
Right.
and she was kind of a small piece of that, but like,
He's dating her, isn't he? Still.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They went out on a date, didn't they? And I was like, oh, this is the first time Warren's been like chill for a while.
Yeah.
um, yeah. When I was seeing her, Summer, and Gina at the Capel Mansion with the fountain,
Mhm.
I kept thinking about what Matt, our friend of the podcast, he always says that there's so many blondes and that's why they died. Santana's hair darker. And I'm like, there really were a lot of blondes on the show.
Yeah, they really are.
Because sometimes I can't like tell them apart at first.
Kelly, Summer, Gina are the first three I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, hopefully now Mason knowing that Santana is Brandon's mother kind of kicks things up a little bit for next week.
And that's gonna lead Santana out of town, I'm assuming.
Yeah. He'll probably like confront her and like feel like she's been lying to him and using him, and then she'll be like, I have to leave town. I don't know.
It also doesn't make sense for her to leave town because like she was so hell bent. That was like her storyline was getting Brandon or getting near Brandon and in his life
Hmm.
that it wouldn't make sense for her to leave town. You know what I mean?
I was wondering, I didn't look it up because I don't want to be spoiled, but I was wondering if at some point they Soras Brandon, because if he's
Yeah.
like 6 now, the show goes for 9 seasons, so that would bring him to in real life 15. So they technically can make him like 20 at some point if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I wonder if that ever happens for like a future teen scene with Brandon.
Yeah.
But all right, well, if you don't have anything else to add, I guess we could wrap this up.
There really wasn't much. It was weird. That's why, like I said, I was falling asleep by episode 5, and I felt like nothing was really happening. I was like,
Yeah.
it
I think we
really
also have to keep in mind it is 1984 and soaps did move slower back then.
Yeah, they were a slow burn, back then, but I feel like this wasn't this bad before the earthquake. It wasn't, like, this slow feeling.
Yeah.
It almost feels like something's going on behind the scenes. Like, I feel like they're, like, trying to I don't know, like they're doing something.
Like recourse the storylines.
Yeah, like, it almost feels like something's going on that we don't know.
Hmm.
So they just kind of are doing the same things over and over again, kinda.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode of Santa Barbara. We're
Thank
actually going to
you.
go head on over to Patreon and watch the next episode, which is episode 90. So if you want to join us, head on over to patreon.com/queers and soaps and subscribe and watch it with us. And as always, you can find us on all the other socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.